Well, सबसे पहले तो मैं ये कहना चाहूँगा कि मेरे लिए बहुत बड़ा सौभाग्य है कि मैं आज मनोज साहब जैसे शख्सियत के साथ बैठा भी हूँ. And these are all actors that I genuinely really admire. So I'm very happy to just be here.
We like you too.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. To answer your question, I think so long as you're playing a human being, it's important to humanize the character. Unless you're playing, you know, some version of AI that is emotionally completely, you know, vacant or something, or some kind of other character. Humanity comes in various forms and shapes and emotions, and unless I, at least for me, speaking for myself, unless I feel some kind of kinship and relatability to a character, चाहे वो एक छोटी सी चीज़ क्यों ना हो about the character, maybe one aspect of the character, I don't know how to enter into it till I find that.
Give an example of how you did that for Balram, for the character, I mean Captain Balram.
I think there were many things. I think the fact that he was a young man taking on a very heavy burden of responsibility, him wanting to prove himself, you know, and जोश होता है जवानी का, जो कहीं ना कहीं फिल्म के पहले हिस्से में बहुत obvious था, और फिर चलते चलते you realize that it sinks into him that there is a cost of war, you know. You start seeing him change, and you start seeing him become less about himself, and I identified with that journey, and so I thought I'll hopefully be able to carry that emotional connect on with the character as I perform it.
It was a good performance, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Even Priyanshu and Mrunal with you.
Yeah.
It was a great team, yeah.
It's a joy to work with them.
Yeah, man. मजा आ गया था.
I was completely sold in. As soon as I saw him move, I was like, this is so cinematic and so beautiful, so graceful. Only very few actors can pull that off, and Ishaan has got that.
Thank you. Thank you. I don't use my past experiences or anything consciously, at least.
Correct.
I don't think I think about a memory or something that, you know, maybe can stimulate. Consciously to nahi karta, kam se kam. I think the character gives it to you. I think if it's well written, it comes. You know, it like you start feeling it. Actually, yesterday I was reading what I think is a good piece of writing, and while reading the scene, I started wo bhav aane laga andar. So I think it comes. Yeah.
No, on certain days, you know, like how he's saying he doesn't use real life. I tried it to use my real life trauma. It doesn't last beyond 2 takes, and then I figured it's not a good technique. मैंने बहुत कोशिश किया.
It really doesn't last. It really doesn't last.
Yeah, and you feel so bad because you're supposed to, and then something stupid happens in your head. You think like, oh, something terrible has happened in your life, and you're using it, and now it's not affecting you. What kind of a inhuman person are you? And it's not a good place to go.
You know, everyone forgets that Stanislavski has written that method after having done so many years of theatre, and everybody wants to achieve it from the word go. It doesn't happen, and that's also an individual method. He's only giving you certain kind of exercises to do it. It may work for you, it may not work for you. It may work for Gulshan, it may not work for Ishaan.
Yeah.
You know, it's
on
very
one film
individual.
it may work, on another film it may not work completely.
You know, so at the end of the day, everyone says that you have to be in the truth of the moment. What is the truth of the moment? To reach the truth of the moment, the preparation is very long, the process is very long, and that process is very individual. It varies from actor to actor, film to film. If you are, I don't apply the same method to another film which I have applied, say, in Aligarh. You know, it doesn't require. So when your approach changes, when you look at the character, you read the scripts again and again, you suddenly realize that the interpretation of yours is demanding a different kind of approach. You are poking, exploring, and trying to find out a method. I personally keep changing it, keep trying to find a method to approach that character, which will suit the interpretation that I have thought for the character. You prepare, and then when you go on the set, or even when you are attending a workshop, everything fails. 50% fails. What do you do? What do you do then? Then just because you are prepared, then certain other things comes to your rescue. If you are not prepared, then you know, you suddenly feel helpless. You are looking at the director. You really don't know that blackout will happen. But that is why I always be over prepared. It doesn't matter. After that, you can learn. But please prepare.